I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
What I love about Robert Reich, Paul Krugman, and then he was Air America. He's just a very angry man now. What's his name? Stephen Colbert will be in. These guys are millionaires, by the way. Is how what they so desperately wanted, which was socialism or some variant form of social. They had their little hippy dippy boomer, commune. Hey man, that was it. That was their god. That was their religion. And man, a lot of these guys are probably going to pass away while Trump's still around, right? And what I love about it is how desperate and consequently in being so desperate, so dedicated to bringing about a world that is simply not true, not there, not feasible, not possible. I love seeing you leftists. This is why I don't argue. Anger management. I got a new policy, a relatively new policy. I don't argue with people when the real world's going to do my job for me, right? I'm done arguing with little 18 or 20 something kids. Like, hey, you should have majored in dumb shit, kids. Yeah, you tell me what to do. Hey, that's funny. I recall another group of 18, 20 somethings calling me a fascist because I said for them not to major in the liberal arts. And they're called the millennials, and they're poor, and they have student loan in their 40s now. Right now, why'd I waste all my effort and energy arguing with young people, millennials back in the day? Why'd I even bother 10, 15 years ago? I just Indiana Jones, right? If he didn't do anything, the Nazis would have gotten the Ark. The Ark would have been open and would have killed everybody. And then maybe the Americans would have found the Ark. I don't know. And so it's kind of the same thing. I'm not going to argue with you leftists that Sydney Sweeney is beautiful. I'm not going to argue with you feminists, which is, again, leftism with tits, that big is beautiful. I'm not going to argue. You go pig out. You die of cardiac arrest at 33. You have a miserable you become a happy feminist like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You take this one little thing, you throw yourself against the wall. The wall is undefeated. And the past 10 years has been real interesting with you corpos trying to force people to like shit. Right? I know you smear woke shit on top of it, right? But at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're swapping out quality product, whether that's a movie, a book, or a game, or a car, and you said, hey, this quality shit don't matter. Let's just put lesbian, dingle-dong, vagina, trans, wheelchair disabled woman in here. So the woke was already bad, but your quality has gone to shit, and people do not like low quality, especially with leftist propaganda on top of it. And what were you institutional investors, what were you board of director people thinking when you tried to tell the world's men globally, you tried to tell all men globally that you were going to take a masculine car brand, Jaguar, and turn it gay, basically? And I don't even necessarily mean homosexual gay. I mean just lame and gay. Just we're going to an art museum and sipping champagne gay. Uh, we're gonna. I'm trying to think the level of lameness. Just this horseshit. Uh, Postmodernism. Postmodernism, ladies and gentlemen, is just a euphemism for a baby boomer who doesn't want to work for a living. Trust fund nepo baby who has daddy buying his artwork at the minimalist art museum. You guys really there was real money. There were corporate executive types, including this Adrian Mardell, who, by the way, is your accounting nerd. I'm not against numbers, guys. I'm not against accounting nerds. Chad Elkins is one of my best friends, but I would not put Chad in charge of rebuilding a muscle car, sports car, man car. Guy doesn't even have his license. I don't think Adrian Mardell is gay, by the way. It's not, that's it. But he is a weak man. He's pathetic. He's not a real man. Did you see his arms? Did you see his arms? You put him in charge of the company and the rebrand? You put a soy boy, right? You put a blue-pilled soy boy beta cuck in charge of what was formerly one of the most prestigious and sought-after masculine car brands out there. And well, doobie dabby dabby too. Dude, you guys haven't even done your real. By the way, the same guy who previously was in charge of Stellantis, an equally limp-wristed, pathetic excuse of a man. We're gonna go electric, everybody. Electric! Oh my! What did the people with the vaginas say they wanted? They wanted electric. Okay, all right. Where's your electric? What do you want, your worship? Shove this up where? All right, here. Does that make you happy? We'll make you buy a Jaguar. What do you want? I think that guy's gone too, right? So 2 pussy men left the automotive industry. Are we healing? So you guys didn't even make it to your retro, right? Your refit, because Jaguar was going to go all electric. You got to get rid of those nasty, nasty blue collar workers at the auto factories. Got to get rid of those nasty engines. And you could have maybe sold some people on, if you kept it cool and sexy, what was it, the R-Type? And you had a cool commercial like It's Good to Be Bad. If you guys remember that one, they got all the British actors, and it's why do British people play such good villains? Let me guess, white guy wrote that commercial. Am I right about that? An old gray-haired pruny nuts white guy wrote that joke, I bet. So you took that, and you turned it lame and gay. You didn't even get to the retooling part, and now you're already stepping down, buddy. What happened? What happened? So here it is. Jaguar Land Rover says CEO Mardell to step down. And there he is. The article I'm reading, he's got the equal pussy, Keir Starmer. Sorry, not Keith. Keir Starmer. Jaguar Land Rover chief Adrian Mardell will step down after more than 3 decades at the company as an IT or as an accounting nerd, which is fine. Which is fine. You should not be in charge of cars. Having said he wanted to retire after 3 years as CEO, a spokesperson for the automaker said on Thursday, sure, his successor will be announced in due course. The spokesperson added, oh, yeah? Who you gotta? Oh, it's going to be fun to see who you guys pick. Are you going to pick someone with a penis? Like, you going to pick someone who knows how to drive standard transmission? Are you gonna test their testosterone first to see it? Are you going to pick a car guy? You're going to go back to accounting, all right? Oh, I know what you should do. Go to HR. Look, you went in accounting. Why don't you have HR head? Find Karen in HR and head it up. Mardell, who joined Land Rover 1990, became chief executive November 2022, following a stint as chief financial officer from June 2019, and spearheaded a major brand revamp at Jaguar. So it was your idea. Just me, but maybe men who wear, use tampons shouldn't be in charge of rebrands of masculine brands. Just saying. Just saying. During his tenure, the British luxury car maker, a wholly owned subsidiary of India's Tata Motors. What's the stock price look like? I know they're diversified beyond just Jaguar, but what's it look like? Down, 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 down. Pop-up ads, down. More down and pop-up ads. Forward PE. Can you give me more than thanks, Reuters. Let me just look up. Wow. Okay, I'm never using Reuters again. I'll just use Yahoo Finance because I get to see more than 25% of the screen. Tata Motors. Let's do 5 years. How you doing? How you doing? It says they're up 500%. Really? Look at that. They're at a low 102 up to 605. And then since the drama, they're down about 40%. So long term, they're managed very well. I'm very curious though what percentage of their sales is Jaguar. Because don't you guys, is it Royal Einfeld? It's not just Jaguar. Wow, did Jaguar take 40% off your market value? During its tenure, British luxury car maker, a wholly owned subsidiary, posted its highest profit in a decade. What's its highest profit? You mean still a loss? Wait a minute. During his tenure, the British luxury car maker, okay, posted its highest profit in decades, eliminated 5.5 billion pounds in debt, and posted its strongest operational performance to date. I want to know what that means. Does it mean your losses were just less? Was Land Rover, not Jaguar, was Land Rover due to that? They're two separate brands, same company. Jaguar Land Rover in April paused exports of its British-made vehicles to the United States for a month after President Donald Trump imposed a 25% tariff on all imported cars. It resumes exports in May. The U.S., which accounts for nearly a quarter of JLR's global sales, is a key market for its high-margin Range Rover and Defender models. Okay, so that's Range Rover, not Jaguar. Jaguar has no manufacturing presence in the United States. Its Range Rovers are built in Britain, now subject to a 10% levy. Oh, that's too bad. While its Defenders are assembled in Slovakia, which faces a 15% duty. Jaguar has plants in Britain. Didn't you have plants in Britain? Didn't they shut down too? Golf course, ba, 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 ba. That's sad to see you go, man. That's really sad to see you go. Yeah, I'm all torn up about it. All right. How's the internet? Let's just. Hat and clogs, $5. Oh, nosies. How do you spell it, Cappy? I'm bad at spelling things. That's how you spells it. The people have lost their minds, and I'm insane. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll tell you, you want to know what you want to do. It's too late. You guys have already committed. You got rid of your gas engines. Same thing as Harley. You go find a bunch of hot, non-tattooed women. You put them in fucking bikinis. You design sexy fucking cars. You make a quality engine. That's even if you got to get it from Honda. That's it. You give the people what you want. You don't tell the people what they want. Good luck trying. Remember how they tried to tell us that fat, ugly women were sexy and we're going to... Dude, you know how little lingerie I've bought now for my girlfriend? Ever since they did the plus size models on the get the fuck out of here. Harley, same thing. Make it affordable. See, I know only the boomers exist in all your worlds. Starting at $60,000. Okay, I know that's it. But you see, if you would like to have a future, right, you need to consider what can young men afford, and women too. Some women that like motorcycles. But you had woke shit over at Harley too, and I don't know. Are you going to bring back bikini clad calendars? Mobile, $2, same level of lame as Scientology Stardust. Scientology Stardust. What's that? Well, bye, Adrian. No one's going to miss you. I hope Jaguar does well when they make good cars for the people that want them. In the meantime, you people at Jaguar actually thought that the professional woke complainers and the bot farms, the AI bots, the bots that aren't real Twitter accounts or Facebook, you actually thought those were real people and real customers, just like Disney thought those were real potential movie-going public people as well. That's great, man. That's great. I hope you spent billions on the electric motor manufacturing there. All right, we'll see. Oh, wait, one more. Nope, that's it. See you guys later. Toodles.